Hello friends and welcome to a Starfield video. Today we're talking about how to use the digipicks, the lockpicking system in Starfield. If you are a fellow loot goblin like me, you love loot and you're gonna do whatever it takes to get it, right? Then you need to learn how to use digipicks efficiently, and you've come to the right place. By the way, if you're seeing this video on Thursday when I post it, I'm currently streaming over at twitch.tv/abbyhour. I have an early review copy of Starfield and I'll be starting a fresh playthrough at noon Eastern. So by now you've probably seen these digipicks before. This is what you're going to be using to crack into all those safes and lockboxes. You want to loot as many of these as possible, obviously, because they don't weigh anything in your inventory and you can pretty much find them anywhere. So keep your eyes peeled. The other thing I wanted to show you is the skill security in the tech tree. This skill allows you to hack higher difficulty locks. Rank 1 allows you to hack up to advanced locks with 2 auto attempts that can be banked. Rank 2, you can hack expert locks and 3 auto attempts can be banked. The rings now turn blue when the key can be slotted, which is really helpful. I would highly recommend getting security to rank 2 at the very least if you plan on picking locks in Starfield. At rank 3, you can attempt master level locks and 4 auto attempts. Rank 4 allows you to expend a digipick to eliminate keys that aren't required to solve the puzzle, so basically a phone a friend. Now, in order to increase your rank in security, you need to complete the challenge, which is to pick locks, and you also need a skill point to put in there as well. The other way you can level up security straight out of the gate is to pick a background that already has 1 point in it when you start out. These backgrounds that have security are Bouncer, Cyber Runner, Cyberneticist, and Industrialist. They are all solid choices, and I think having rank 1 security is a huge benefit at the start of the game, especially if you like loot like I do. You're going to want this skill during the first mission before you can level up and are able to put in a point yourself, because there are quite a few locks to pick if you are good at sniffing them out. So unless you have your eyes set on a different background, I would highly recommend picking one of those. I've done Cyberneticist and Industrialist, and I've enjoyed both starting classes. And by the way, if you're diving into Starfield today for early access and you enjoy guides like this, consider subscribing to the channel for more to come. If you prefer written guides, check out our website, dpscheck.gg, where Chadley, Moxie, and I will be posting guides on all games with loot, including Starfield. So when you first enter the lockpick UI, you'll see a bunch of rings with notches. The higher the level of security, the more rings and notches you'll see. If you have rank 2 security, like I do in this example, you're also going to see blue and white rings. If you're rank 1, they're all going to be white. These blue rings are going to help us narrow down our keys, which are the smaller rings to the right of the lock. Each key can only be used once, and you may not need every key to pick the lock. So you need to be careful that you're not using a key too early, eliminating it from the pool of keys, to only find out that you need it for a ring further in. The blue rings help tremendously with this because they will show you which rings that key fits, even if it's a ring that's further in that you're not at yet. So if it's blue on the outer ring and then white for all the other rings, you know you can only use it for that first ring. So it gives you 100% surety that you are good to use that key. As you level up your security skill, you'll also gain auto slot charges that will show you exactly where the key needs to be placed. So if you're hacking into a master level lock, these could be very helpful to get you in there quicker. Also, since it doesn't show in the lockpick UI, you can use left bumper and right bumper to toggle between all of the keys if you want to move around. My strategy is to use the key that has the most teeth on it. That way I can fill in the rest of the notches with the easier keys and the ones that have less teeth. As the lock security goes up to expert and master, you're going to have more keys to choose from and you may not need to use all of them. So that's when the blue rings from rank 2 security really come in handy. You want to avoid backing keys out of a ring because you're going to lose digipicks when you do this. Digipicks are fairly easy to find around the world, but they're not really that plentiful, so you don't want to be wasting them. I would say so far in my playthroughs, I run around with about 5 to 7 digipicks on me. And a lot of missions will have multiple lockboxes that you're going to want to hack into. There is a bit of a learning curve, but once you start to notice patterns and upgrade your security skill, you'll be impressing your companions in no time. Alright guys, that is it for this lockpicking guide. Hopefully that will lead you to more and more loot in Starfield as you jump in for early access and then the full launch on September 6th. If there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments below. I want to make more guides like this in video and written form, and like I said earlier, I will be streaming twitch.tv/AbbyHour. I'll be streaming as much as I can this weekend as we get into Starfield. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.